People say secrets protect families. But in my house, secrets destroyed mine. I grew up believing one thing. That my dad was a criminal. That he ruined our family. That he betrayed us. That he was the reason my life felt like a constant earthquake. And the worst part? I believed every word my family fed me. But the truth? The truth was a monster hiding in plain sight. And every single person around me protected that monster. Except me. My name is Alyssa, and this is the story of how one phone call flipped my entire life upside down. For years, my mom, my uncle, my grandma, everyone repeated the same story. Your father abandoned you. He stole money. He hurt people. He ruined our family name. I was barely 11 when I first heard it. Old enough to understand pain. Too young to question the people delivering it. I remember crying at night, thinking, how could my own dad throw his life away like that? How could he leave me without saying goodbye? My mom always said, don't think about him. He's dangerous. So I didn't. I trained myself to hate a man I barely remembered. Kids at school talked about dad and I moments. Teaching them to drive. Helping with homework. Scaring away bad dates. Me? I had silence where a father should have been. And every birthday, every school event, every achievement. I felt that empty chair. Mom always told me. He doesn't care. Don't expect him. And I believed her. I swallowed the bitterness so deep that it became part of my blood. But something always felt wrong. My mom never let me ask questions. Never let me see old photos. Never let me talk to anyone from his side of the family. It was like she was scared. Not of him. But of me knowing something. It happened when I was 19. I was in my college dorm, half asleep, stressed about finals, when my phone rang from an unknown number. I almost didn't pick up. But something in my chest said, answer it. Hello? Is this Alyssa? The voice was soft. Nervous. Elderly. Yes. Who's this? I'm your father's sister. Time stopped. My throat closed. My hands went cold. I didn't know whether to cry or scream. I think, she continued. You deserve to know the truth about your dad, before it's too late. Too late? My heart punched against my ribs. What truth? I whispered. There was a pause. One of those pauses that feel like the universe holding its breath. Alyssa, your father was never guilty. He never abandoned you. He was framed to protect someone else. My stomach twisted so hard I felt sick. Protect someone else? Who? Your mother, she said quietly. She's not who you think she is. I felt myself sink to the floor. Holding the phone with shaking fingers. What do you mean? I asked. What did my mom do? Again, silence. But silence that screamed. She asked us never to contact you. She said it was for your protection. But the truth is, she didn't want you to learn what really happened. My heart was beating so loud I could hear it through the phone. What happened? I asked again. And that's when she said the words. That shattered my entire childhood. Your mother lied. She lied to you. To everyone. To save the wrong person. I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't. My aunt told me enough to ignite a fire. But not enough to put it out. All I knew was 1. My father wasn't guilty. 2. My family knew it. 3. My mother kept me in the dark. 4. Someone else, someone close, had committed the crime he was blamed for. The next morning, I confronted my mom. She froze. Like she'd seen a ghost. Why are you digging into the past? She snapped. You don't know what you're talking about. But I did. And she knew I did. She tried to distract me. With guilt. With tears. With anger. With silence. But lies crack when you push hard enough. And I was pushing with every breath. 2 days later, I found an old box hidden in our basement. Dusty, taped, buried behind suitcases. Inside were court papers. Letters. Photos of my father holding me as a baby. And a document that made my blood run cold. A confession. Signed by someone with my family's last name. But not my dad. The signature belonged to my uncle. The same uncle who always told me my dad was a failure. A danger. A disgrace. The same uncle who lived off my grandma's money. And never worked a real job. I stared at that paper trembling. My uncle committed the crime. My dad took the blame. And my mom helped cover it up. Why? Because my uncle was her brother. Because family loyalty meant sacrificing the innocent to protect the guilty. They didn't just lie to me. They erased my father's life to save a man who didn't deserve saving. At the bottom of the box was a sealed envelope with my name on it, written in my father's handwriting. My breath hitched. Hands shaking, I opened it. Inside was a letter. Dated the day he was taken away. Alyssa. If you're reading this, you're old enough to know the truth. I felt my eyes burn. He wrote about loving me. Missing me. Wanting to see me grow. Wanting to protect me. Even if it meant losing everything. But the last line destroyed me. I hope one day you'll forgive me. For letting them lie to you. Them. Not him. Them. My own family. And that's the moment I made the decision that changed everything. I would uncover the truth. Even if it destroyed every person who raised me. I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw my dad behind bars. Alone. Betrayed. And still trying to send love to a daughter who never wrote back. Because he thought I hated him. Because my family made sure he believed that. The next morning, I packed a bag, grabbed the documents, and drove straight to my mom's house. I didn't call. I didn't warn her. I didn't give her a chance to prepare a lie. This time, I wanted the truth. She opened the door, smiling as if nothing was wrong. Alyssa. You're early. I pushed past her. My voice didn't sound like mine. Why did you lie to me? Her smile dropped. Alyssa, what are you talking about? I threw the police report on the table. The letter. The photographs. The damn evidence they hid for almost 2 decades. Her face drained of color. She whispered. You weren't supposed to see that. The sentence made my blood boil. You let me grow up thinking my father was a monster. I said, trembling. Why? She sat down, hands shaking. Like she'd been waiting years for this moment. It was for your own good. No, I snapped. It was for your good. And for Matthew. Her eyes flickered with panic. Even hearing her brother's name out loud made her nervous. I leaned forward. Tell me the truth. All of it. Right now. She broke. The tears. The shaking. The confession spilled out of her. Like she'd been drowning in it for years. That night, the night we ran. My Uncle Matthew was the one under investigation. Fraud. Forgery. Embezzlement. Tens of thousands of dollars missing from his company. Evidence pointing directly to him. He panicked. He begged my mom to protect him. She loved him blindly. More than she ever loved my father. My dad agreed to cooperate. and take the heat temporarily. Until things were sorted out. But they never sorted out. Matthew disappeared. My mom helped him. My grandmother helped her. My uncle stayed quiet. And my dad? He kept waiting for the truth to come out. But every person he trusted turned their back on him. He went to jail. His name got ruined. His life ended. All to protect a man who didn't care enough to stay. And I became the final piece of the punishment. Because my mother told me, over and over again, that he was dangerous. She weaponized my childhood against him. When she finished talking, she whispered, I thought I was doing the right thing. I stood there, shaking with rage. You destroyed his life. And you destroyed mine. Her tears didn't move me. Not anymore. I had one mission now. Find Matthew. I spent days calling numbers on old documents, tracking old addresses, digging through public databases. And finally, I found him. Living 2 states away. New name. New business. New life. Living comfortably. While my dad sat in a cell. And died with a reputation he didn't deserve. So I went to him. Not with anger. Not with fists. Not with screaming. With evidence. And truth. He opened the door. And froze when he saw me. Alyssa. I stepped inside. Placed the box of documents on his table. And looked him straight in the eyes. I know everything. He tried to deny it. Then minimize it. Then twist it. But when I pulled out the witness statement, signed by his accountant, and the old police files, his lies fell apart. You don't understand, he whispered. I had no choice. I cut him off. My father had no choice. I grew up without him. Because of you. He tried to touch my shoulder. Like I was still the little girl he bribed with candy. I stepped back. You're going to fix this, I said. You're going to confess. You're going to clear his name. You're going to give him the respect he never got. His face twisted. And if I don't? I took out my phone. And pressed play. A recording. All his admissions. Every lie exposed. His voice. His guilt. His crimes. His face went pale. This recording, I said quietly, is already backed up in 5 places. He swallowed hard. He wasn't scared of me. He was scared of the truth. 2 months later, the truth came out publicly. My dad's case was reopened. His record was corrected. His name was cleared. It didn't bring him back. It didn't give me the childhood I lost. It didn't erase the nights he cried alone in his cell, wondering why his daughter hated him. But it finally gave him the dignity he deserved. People apologized. Reporters wrote articles. Old neighbors whispered in shock. My mother tried to reach out. But I needed distance. Forgiveness is healing. But forgiveness is not forgetting. I stood at my dad's grave. For the first time. Without blame in my heart. I placed my hand on the stone. And whispered. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know the truth now. And I promise you. Your story won't die with you. The wind blew softly. Like he heard me. And in that moment, I realized something powerful. People can lie. Families can betray. Truth can be buried. But it always finds its way out. Even if it takes a broken daughter to dig it up.